good evening, and you're welcome to Sports News today, where we bring you all the latest news in sports updates. Remember, this show is proudly brought to you by Chrissy's Kitchen. Chrissy's Kitchen. If you want a delicious meal here in Accra, then you want to contact them. Their numbers are rolling down the screen. Chrissy's Kitchen. Contact them for your delicious meal. And also, Human's Clothing. Human's Clothing. Maybe you're looking for your finest clothing line. Then you want to contact Human's Clothing on the numbers rolling down the screen. So yes, we go straight to the point now. Today, I have a guest, and the guest on my show today is Mr. Gibson. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
I hope you are doing well.
Everything's fine.
Thank you. It's going to be a very long weekend.
Yeah, sure.
There are lots of games over there. Fast forward, I want us to talk about Manchester City and Arsenal. A game that everybody is looking forward to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Kindly tell us something about this game before I ask my questions.
Well, the game is happening at 3 o'clock at the Wembley Stadium.
Okay.
And it's just a curtain raiser for the coming league. So surely Arsenal would play Man City tomorrow. The only reason why Arsenal is playing City is because Arsenal played second on the league table last season.
Yes.
Because City won the league and City again won the FA Cup. So ordinarily, if it happens this way, you'd have to pick the second place team on the league table for this particular game. And that's why the game is happening.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically that's why.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson.
Yeah.
So, my question: what is your expectation in this game? What do you expect from this Manchester and Arsenal match? We have seen in the past how they have played and competed. Last season, we saw how the league went in the last phase, where Manchester City were able to repeat their winning streak of the Premier League, and Arsenal becoming second on the table, and they meet again this pre-season. What do you expect from these teams, Manchester City and Arsenal, tomorrow?
Well, it's a Community Shield game, so I don't really see them fielding their best or putting up their, absolute best. For this game, it would just be a game to try some players, some new guys in the team. Arsenal have made a couple of signings, a lot of them, so probably they'll give some of them the chance to gel with this game. But yes, they would still not really take it that seriously. Also, what I think is that with this game, Arsenal and City are both attacking teams, so surely it will be an expansive game. And we know how City plays. They try to dominate you all the time or suffocate you with the ball.
Sure.
Play around your final third all the time. So I think this game would be interesting to watch. Arsenal will probably like to cut them on a break with some good quality passes from the midfield. If only they play Odegaard, Partey and the rest. Rice would also be in the holding midfield area. So surely it will be a good game. The only takeaway from Arsenal is the fact that Gabriel Jesus is off again with injury. Sorry. So by all means,
sad for us.
it will be very difficult for Gabriel Jesus to do.
But they have Edward in Ketia.
Yeah, in Ketia,
Ketia,
Arsenal's given Ketia a lot of opportunities over the season. Yes, last season he really helped them when again Jesus was off with injury. So I think Nketiah can step in, but with the City defense and with the way City plays, I doubt Nketiah would have a lot of chances to score tomorrow. It will be very difficult. So let's see how it goes. But I think it will be a very expansive game. If you look at their last 5 games, City have won all of them, scoring 15 goals and conceding just 3.
Wow.
Yeah, their last league game, they beat Arsenal by 4 goals to 1. And City it does not matter where they play, whether home or away, they still dominate.
Yes.
So for tomorrow's game, I think it will just be the same story.
All right, give me a prediction on the scores.
Scores 2-1, 3-0 for City, either of them.
2-1
or 3-0 for City.
Or 3-0
for City, easy peasy.
For Manchester City.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so there again, Gabriel Martinelli, Edward Nketiah, Bukayo Saka, as against Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake, looking at how they would want to take their revenge of the win that Manchester City had in the Premier League. Are you looking forward for this forward to suppress their opponent, and in this case, Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake. I understand that you are expecting a straight win for Manchester City, but this is an Arsenal team who is coming from a defeat. Let's say a defeat from last season Premier League.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward for any goals from the man Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Edward Nketiah in the absence of Gabriel Jesus?
Yeah, it's possible for Saka to score. Saka is very good with the ball on the flanks. What he does best is that he comes at you, cuts in, and then shoots. So I watched their game against Manchester United last season. I think the return leg, Arsenal won that particular match. Saka was just terrorizing the defense. But you see, the problem with Arsenal playing against City is that you wouldn't even have the ball to play with.
Yes.
Much less give that through ball to Saka or Martinelli on the flanks. With the 4-1 that happened last season, it was the same gameplay. They thought they could hit City on the break. But you wouldn't have the ball to play.
Exactly.
City keeps all the ball. They'll keep a high line. At the same time, can't beat them. The worst they'll do is when you take the ball from them, they cause a professional foul. They trick you a little bit, hold your jersey probably for a yellow card or to break the game so they can reorganize. It is very difficult to play against City.
Yes.
So even it doesn't matter how fast or quick Saka and Martinelli are, the whole problem is that they need to have that one or two players who can give that 20-30 yard pass to break the line. If they can do that, fine, Saka will take advantage. But if not, they should forget about the victory.
Talk about the passes. Declan Rice as against Thomas Partey. If you were Mikel Arteta, who are you playing in tomorrow's game?
I'll play Partey. Partey has already been in the team. He knows how the team works. He understands the psyche of the team. He knows the movements of the guys already. So I'll start with Partey. Probably in the second half, maybe around 65th or 70 minutes, I'll bring in Rice. And Partey is also good with the 10, 15, 20 yard passes. He's also able to control the tempo of a game. All right. I watched Manchester versus Arsenal, and Rice didn't really impress. Kobe Mainoo was just running rings around him. So I would start with Partey. He understands the boys better. And then after the whole game, gets to around the 70th minute, and probably Arsenal are lucky enough to lead at that time, then I'll bring in Rice to solidify the place. Because even Partey is also another player who is also prone to injury. So you wouldn't want him to go through the 90 minutes. You need him for the full season. So you pull him out, bring Rice. Rice needs time to gel in the team.
Sure.
Rice needs time to understand the movement of the guys. So
yes.
you bring him in for these games to understand how it works, and then later on, you can just give him the chance to start 90 minutes. So Partey starts ahead of Rice for me.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
All right.
Sure.
So, Mikel, if Mikel Arteta is watching us, it is from the man Gibson himself. He said it would be better if you start Thomas Partey and not Declan Rice.
Yeah.
A submission that I personally agree to it. Looking at the last two games that Arsenal has played, we saw how Thomas Partey performed wonderfully, very, very well as against Barcelona, where they were triumphant at the end of the day, scoring 5 goals as against 3 for Barcelona, coming from a loss to Manchester United, where they lost 2-0 to Manchester United, where Declan Rice started. So I personally also agree to Mr. Gibson. If Thomas Partey is supposed to start for Arsenal, I think it's going to help a lot. So yes, that is it for you. Manchester City and Arsenal. You heard it all from the man Gibson. He said it's going to be either a 2-1 or 3-0. So for the businessmen out there, in case you are looking forward for a game to put your money on,
Straight win.
this is a clear prediction from the man Gibson himself. He said correct score 2-1 or 3-0.
Yeah,
straight win for City.
Straight win
For Manchester City.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Now we go to the next story.